I'm recording on regular style right now too.
Okay.
On
I'm recording old fashioned, and I've got an 8-track that I'm recording to.
I'm recording on straight to a tape player. And I'm doing Morse code, sending it into the government. So
I'm talking.
So we got multiple.
I'm talking, and it's carving into one of those wax cylinders while I'm talking.
I'm translating into a Rosetta Stone as we're recording this.
I've got a guy over here doing hieroglyphs on my wall, just to everything I'm saying.
I'm making just very primitive gestures to somebody who's over there, like new species, humanoid creature, trying to figure out their way around LA. I'm signing a lot to them to let them know whether they're a man or a woman or whatever they are, whatever gender they are.
There's 3 emos behind me who are transcribing what I'm saying into a zine with like an art zine. They're just sort of taking it and putting it into that.
Art zines are the oldest medium of communication. Everybody does know that.
Yeah.
Especially from the emo scene. My Chemical Romance came on at the gym today, and I was like, wow, is it 1920?
I don't think they even had written history that long ago.
No, that's way too long ago. That's about 100 years ago now.
Yeah,
so,
just about.
And humans have only been around for like 4 years? Something like that.
Yeah, I guess I really feel like humanity started in November 2016.
I mean, my memory's a little foggy, but yes, I think right around that time there was like a big event that happened, and it eventually just brought humanity into existence.
I'm Jake Smith, the Snickle bailing on this bit.
I'm Darren Hone, the Snickle, keeping it going.
Darren, I know that usually we like start with a little bit of banner, you know, just like
a little bit of Bruce banter.
Yeah, a little bit of banner, and then we move on to like signage, posters, pennants. I can't raise my ring finger on its own.
You can't?
I can on this hand.
Wait, okay, so can you do this on either? On both?
If I'm holding it with my fingers, then yeah, that's easy.
So on the hand where you can raise it all the way. So you can do that. Do it with the other hand. Just move that fucking pinky. Just move that shit forward. Why can you not?
I don't know.
Why can you not?
It's always been like that.
Why? We now know Jake's weakness. We've been trying to find it for years.
Yeah, we've been looking for one, and finally we found one.
Ever since his podcast, Get Jake to Space, he's been trying to find his own weakness, and we finally found it on a podcast later on Snickles.
Yeah, it took a podcast and a half to do it. We're halfway through Snickles. We're halfway through what we have scripted, what we have written up. We could get renewed for more seasons later on, but right now, this is the halfway point.
We still have to do the epilogue, which is self-funded.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Darren, I just wanted to talk about this text you sent me this week.
What's that?
In between last record and this record, you sent me a text that said, "I was just joking about liking Sonic. Everything you said was right." So, I don't know if you wanted me to read that on air. That's why I didn't respond to it when you sent it to me. I just thought that like, it was weird. It was weird to say that to me.
Jake, it's funny you bring up text right now because I want to bring up a text that you sent to me that I didn't know if you wanted me to read on air or not. It says Mr. Hat was correct about all of his theories. All hail Mr. Hat.
Wait, who's Mr. Hat?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tape.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Mr. Tape.
I thought you were talking about that dude that fucked that horse.
Was that a guy named Mr. Hat? Well, he was right. Famously, like, a lot of your beliefs, I haven't confirmed whether or not you think he was correct, I guess, but like a lot of your beliefs did line up pretty well with that guy's.
I'll just say that a horse is a beautiful creature, as are all of God's animals.
And
that's just where I'm gonna leave it.
All right, you're really hiding a lot from these listeners right now.
Oh,
Jake.
Darren just actually sent me a text. This is weird. He said, "Speaking of Sonic and fucking animals, wink, wink, wink," and he just wrote out "wink." Darren, do you want to explain what?
Oh
that...
shit! Jake just sent me a text saying, "Wink, winky, winky. I want to see that horsey winky." Jake, this is troubling.
Why?
Just because I
don't think. What rule is there against observing a winky? Of a mature, full-grown adult horse. I'm not talking about a baby horse or anything.
Yeah, well, are you that good at equestrianism that you can identify a fully grown adult horse versus a little boy horse?
Yes.
You can, because they're pretty close to the same size.
Darren,
It could be a horse with
eye,
dwarfism.
That might
A
giraffe might say the same thing about humans if you really think about it. To the untrained eye, it's hard to tell the difference, but you know what's interesting actually? This is sort of related. If you go on Hulu and you look up Sorry to Bother You, I'm sure you know the scene I'm talking about in the bathroom stall. That part's actually missing because I've watched it so much, it's just degraded over time. The pixels have just disappeared because I've just, through pure observation, they've just diminished over time.
I mean, so that you're saying that Sorry to Bother You already doesn't hold up, essentially.
Well, it did. It held up really well for a while, and then, whew, I wore that boy out.
So you've watched that movie, so that's that one scene.
Yeah, that scene.
So many times.
Let's see.
You can't even see that part anymore.
That movie came out like a year.
I want to say 2 years ago. I saw it in LA, so less than 2 years ago.
Like 20 months ago, let's say.
Okay, if we're going into kid, how you would age a kid horse, yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to say 1 3/4 years, but I will if that's what you want me to say. Also, quarter horse is a thing, I think.
Yeah, that's a wrestling move that a lot of people use. I've seen it. I've had it done on me. It is pretty dangerous.
What is that
move?
What's that one?
The quarter horse?
Yeah.
The quarter horse is where you essentially take your leg and hang on, let me see if I can demonstrate really quick. They take your leg and they put it up like to your like nose like that, and then they take your other leg, and if I did it, I would have to get out of this stool right now. But you put one leg like pretty close to your mouth like it's a microphone, and then you take the other leg and you essentially do like a double Windsor knot like it's a tie with your other leg. And then essentially you take your arm and then you stick it down through the double Windsor, and then you're kind of just they make you walk around on one arm as if you were 1/4 of a horse.
Oh, we always called that an Auntie Anne's.
Oh, her famous recipe.
Yeah, because of what it resembles.
Yeah. Okay. Who called it that?
Me.
You said we did, so who
yeah,
did?
Me and my brother and my cousin. The two boys who lived up the street. My neighbor. This kid who he used to live 4 houses down, but then his family moved away, and they actually moved back 5 houses down. So they moved into their old neighbor's house, which was kind of weird.
What about Three Doors Down the band? Three Doors Down?
Yeah, they do have that. They have. I think it's in. I think it's in one of their sort of slower, jammier songs. One of their more like ballad songs.
Copy that. Okay, so they know about Auntie Anne's. All those people know about Auntie Anne's, evidently.
Yeah, I mean, it must be a regional thing for people born in Colorado.
I think, well, it's interesting you say that because I know Auntie Anne's is out in California as well. I've seen a move that I think was referenced as the Auntie Anne's. And I was like, whoa, what are they doing? Is that a quarter horse? And they're like, no, that's an Auntie Anne's. And then some people were like, no, that's a quarter horse. I'm from California. I know about it that way. Yeah.
Oh, so it's people
anyway,
from
Jake,
people who were born in California think of it as a quarter horse. Just if you're born in Colorado, you call it an Auntie Anne's. If you're born in California, you call it a quarter horse.
That's probably something how it is. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Jake, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know why you want to constantly oust that I was born in California. That's a fact. I was in fact born in California.
I wasn't trying to oust it. It's just one of the facts about. I'm just trying to explore our differences as human beings. It's part of what we're doing on the show. We're relating, and we have different opinions, different backgrounds.
So this is the polar opposite from what you're usually dedicating most of your life to. Life, time, and money to.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know if I want to go down this rabbit hole with you, Jake. You're so caught together with all of your like-minded individuals. Fairly like-minded individuals.
Okay. Fair. I would say that many of the people who I meet with on a weekly basis, they have less in common than you and I do, Darren. Yeah.
So how are they fairly like-minded?
Just because we all we're all fairly open-minded, so that's like where the like-mindedness comes in. But we all have different beliefs, we all have different backgrounds.
Jake, you seem like the least open-minded person
How?
I have ever met.
In what ways?
Because you constantly bash almost everything I say. You had a communist on the YouTube channel.
That's open-minded to bring different political views into the conversation.
But then you bash capitalism publicly.
When did I bash capitalism?
You went on the Mr. Tape's Twitter page. You started bashing capitalism. Check out Mr. Tape's Twitter page.
I think that there are definitely downsides to capitalism. I'm open-minded, and my beliefs are that we need a 9-party system. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, that's pretty normal of a communist to think, I would say. Just to slip and slide and slime their ways into moderate America's hearts by telling the people that there needs to be 9 to 10 political parties.
Okay, I'm open-minded, but 10 that's ridiculous, Darren.
Well, what about 8?
It's a start. You know what I call 8 parties? A start.
I mean, hey, so did I in high school, am I right? Huh?
Yeah, you had to call 8 parties
yeah.
to see if any of them would invite you, and none of them did.
That was a start, yeah. That was a start for me. But, Jake, I just think,
Darren, there's something I have to say.
Pretend to be woke.
There's something I have to say.
What's that?
I have a big announcement for the end of the episode. A big announcement to make.
I'm sure it's gonna be something fucking stupid. But
Okay, Mister. I'm so open-minded.
I never claimed that I was open-minded. I never fucking claimed that I was open-minded. I never fucking said that. Play the tape back. When did I fucking claim I was open-minded, Jake?
It's implied when you're saying that someone isn't open-minded that you think you're more open-minded.
I'm closed-minded as shit. Okay? There needs to be 2 fucking political parties.
There should be
everybody needs to have a job pre-assigned before they graduate. Okay? And water for everyone. No, none of this fucking Mountain Dew shit. Water and Gatorade for everyone. That's it.
I think everyone should get 1 bottle of Mountain Dew a day, half a Gatorade, and unlimited grenades.
No, they need to have a set amount of grenades.
Unlimited
Jake. They can't
grenades.
have unlimited. No, they need to have a set amount.
There should be unlimited grenades.
That's absolutely atrocious. You would say that.
How? That's
because how are people going to decide how many grenades? There needs to be order.
There's no decision to make. It's how many do I need? Unlimited. Boom. Got it. Perfect. Oh, am I out of grenades? No, I have unlimited.
No, but then people are going to go nuts.
Wait, I need more grenades? Here they
you
are.
You assign people 3 to 5 grenades depending
3
on
to
their
5?
on their 3 to 5 depending on their social class a day. Okay?
Darren.
And that way they can decide if they need they're like, "Man, this could be a time I need to use a grenade, but I only have, 2 more grenades left. Do I want to really use 1 grenade on this situation right here at the grocery store of all places, or do I want to wait until I'm at the club?"
So you want them to be like afraid? They're saying, "Oh, should I use one of my 2 grenades?" Meanwhile, Mr. fucking Big Dick Country Club comes swinging in. He's got 5 grenades. He's just dropping them left and right. He doesn't even care that he's losing his grenades. He's got so many fucking
5
grenades. He's got so many fucking. There's not even a bandoiler that could fit all those grenades.
Well, that's the other thing is like,
there's not
if
a
you were in a country
bandoiler
club,
on Earth that could fit 5 grenades. And this dude,
there absolutely is.
What's this dude gonna do with 5 grenades?
There absolutely is a bandoiler. If you're in a country club, if you're rich enough to be at a country club, you fucking deserve that bandoiler. Okay?
Oh.
If you're poor scum.
Who's making those bandoilers, Darren? Tell me that.
Yeah, the people who are making them. They're not getting the bandoilers, I'll tell you that.
And
much. They'll have to steal it if they want them.
Who's making these grenades? People getting, what, 1 grenade a day? 2?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe?
Absolutely.
That's how you get riots at the grenade factory. Unlimited grenades for everyone. We would never have an issue. Name 1 issue with that system.
Unlimited grenades? That's fucking anarchy.
That's not anarchy.
Yeah, because then you'd have a bunch of people getting in little tribes, and then there'd be like a shortage of grenades because there's no way
there's no shortage of grenades if they're unlimited.
There's no way they can produce that many grenades. If you tell people it's unlimited grenades, they're gonna overuse, and there's not that many grenades to be used.
Darren, let me paint a situation for you. You're at the movies. You and your buddies all used your grenades today. A guy came in. He's got a grenade held up. No one else in the theater has a grenade. What are you going to do?
Is the pin in or out?
It's out.
And is he holding it up in front of the theater like that?
Yeah. There's only one way to stop a bad guy with a grenade, and that's a good guy with a grenade. Unlimited grenades ensures that there's always a good guy with a grenade in any situation.
Okay, but if there's unlimited grenades, people are going to start abusing that power, and then they're going to start grabbing all the grenades.
There's no abuse. There's no power to abuse because everyone's on the same level.
Okay, but unlimited. No, they're not, because some people are going to underuse grenades. They're going to be like, I only need honestly, this month, do we really need all 5 grenades? Do I really need to grab 10 grenades? I mean, I know it's unlimited, but do I really need to carry that much?
Okay, well, if people choose not to
I
have...
only need 2. and then there's going to be a shortage because the other guy in front of them was like, I'm grabbing 50. I don't
There's
give
no
a fuck.
shortage because it's unlimited.
But the production isn't going to keep up, Jake, is what I'm saying.
Yes, it will. Unless your dumb shit system comes into 3 to 5 grenades. What are you talking about? Darren, honestly, in what world would you... Look, I think... Darren... See,
Jake, here's okay.
Think about this.
The thing that we need to what?
I'll give you 3 grenades, and I'll have unlimited grenades. And the next time we start arguing, see how you feel. See if you'd rather have.
Okay, well that's a flawed concept because that's one person versus the same amount of production.
See if you would rather have unlimited grenades or 3 grenades a day is fine. Yeah, just 3 for the poor people.
There'd never be a shortage, and there's always a shortage with unlimited because they can't keep up.
There's never a shortage. They're unlimited.
The grenade.
The idea of unlimited itself implies that there would be no shortage.
No, it doesn't, because people are abusive.
Unlimited. Oh,
by nature, people are going to abuse. They're going to be grenade-aholics.
Are you saying production would be limited by how much they can make? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
No, I'm not saying...
Because it's actually unlimited. There'd be an unlimited...
I'm not saying it's going to be... production's going to be unlimited. Jake, look at
the
factory.
You're saying the production would be limited. Look at the factory.
Look at the factory.
What factory?
Yes, the grenade factory. Let's go to the grenade factory, okay? 1 sec. Let's go to the grenade factory. Those people are making grenades every day, okay? Every fucking day they're making grenades. And, you know... What? If people are... No, stop it. Stop talking to the producer. No, ignore the producer.
There's a visitor. The owner of the grenade factory is here? Darren, I'll be right back. I just have to go grab this guy.
Stop it.
I have to go get him. I'll be right back, okay?
No, it's bullshit. Jake is missing my point. He's not letting me make my point. If you guys see what I'm saying, right? If you see what if you see what I'm saying, give the podcast a 5-star review. If you see what Jake's saying, also give the podcast a 5-star review.
Yeah, let me just get my headphones back on. Darren, here to answer any question you might have. I have the owner, the sole proprietor of the grenade factory. So any questions you have, feel free to just fire away. I'll just welcome him in.
Oh fuck! Not this motherfucker. It's Mr. Tape.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say anything.
If you have any questions, just ask him, and I'll relay them to him because he's.
No, I do not. I don't want to ask him.
Wait.
I thought you have a communist on the show. You have a communist on YouTube. And. No, stop it. Stop saying anything, Mr. Tape. Stop
Look, it's
Is he whispering in your ear? Is he just doing it to?
No, he's just listening. Look, it's a 2004 rom-com.
This is the worst. This could be the worst.
Okay, yeah.
This is such a biased interaction right now.
If he has any questions, I'll just relay them to you. Okay? How is this biased? You're saying that he couldn't
because he's your friend. You're a known communist, and I'm against his beliefs.
I'm not a communist.
He's going to disagree with everything I say.
I believe in a 9-party system. You're my friend also, so. Look, you said that you didn't think he'd be able to produce
you
unlimited
constantly
grenade.
tell me I'm not your friend on this show.
He's here now, so just ask him.
Mr. Tape.
Mr. Tape.
Come closer. Come closer.
Come closer.
To me.
To me.
Stop. See,
Stop.
He's favoring what you say already.
I'm telling him to do what you're saying. I'm just repeating it because he doesn't have headphones on. I said, come closer to me, and that's what he did.
Come closer to Darren.
Come closer to Darren.
Okay. There we go. Mr. Tape.
Okay, there we go, Mr. Tape.
If there's unlimited grenades, how long is it going to take for the factory to run out of grenades because of the amount of demand that people are creating for the grenades in the factory? Versus if there is a mandatory limit on the amount of grenades that people can have, how long before that factory runs out of the supplies that they need to make the grenades? You didn't say any of that, Jake.
If there's a limited supply, if people get 3 to 5 grenades a day, how long would it take to run out? Is basically what he's saying.
The answer that I anticipate Mr. Tape to say is
that he anticipates you to say is that.
Well, don't tell him this.
Don't tell him this. Oh, okay.
The answer that I anticipate Mr. Tape to say is if in an unlimited grenade situation, it would take much shorter of an amount of time. Stop. No, don't let him listen to this. I didn't know he was bald either.
He's not bald. He clearly has hair.
He's balding. Oh, is he whispering? Okay. Is he telling you something?
Oh, fuck. Shit. Goddamn headphones. No, Darren, keep going. Keep talking. Once you're ready, I'll give you the answer that you've been looking for.
What I think he's going to say is that the grenades are going to run out a lot. Well, he's not going to say that because he fucking owns the grenade factory. He's not going to say anything negative about creating more grenades.
What?
Everybody's always going to have work, and he's not going to have to hire that many employees if the state mandate of grenades is lower than unlimited.
Do you want me to just tell you what he's going to say, or do you want to just keep guessing what he would say?
Just tell me.
He says that... Okay, I'm going to say this... Okay. With an unlimited grenade system, the factory would never run out. That's what makes them unlimited, Darren.
No, but okay, what are you recycling grenade materials?
Do you plan on recycling?
I just don't understand. Huh?
45%.
What is he saying?
45% of their materials will be post-consumer goods.
That's okay. That's very resourceful. I'm happy that he's holding himself to that standard. But
let me just.
Oh, God. Don't give him any water. He doesn't need it. He's a puppet. He doesn't need water.
Darren. Okay.
He's a puppet. He's a communist puppet.
This is. We finally get to it. Darren thinks that Mr. Tape's not the actual leader of the organization. He thinks he's just a puppet being controlled by some who Darren? Who's out there controlling Mr. Tape?
You're controlling him.
How am I controlling Mr. Tape? In what ways?
It's obvious. Because you keep telling him you want unlimited grenades, you keep pushing that, and you have him right next to you.
He wants unlimited grenades.
He's in the palm of your hand.
I don't think so, Darren.
You have him in the palm of your hand because you keep telling him to make unlimited grenades.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jake, I mean, I don't necessarily mean literally here.
Mr. Tape does what he wants to do. He's his own man.
He's your little communist puppet, and you know it.
He's not a puppet, Darren. That's ridiculous. Like, how could you even think that? He's just...
Mr. Tape, thank you. Thank you for your time, Mr. Tape. It's time for you to go.
Mr. Tape. It's time for you to go.
Are you crying? Are you crying right now looking at Mr. Tape?
I'm not crying. I'm just thinking about how beautiful the world could be if everyone had the same beliefs as Mr. Tape.
Now he's your pawn?
You know, he's
now
not my
you're
pawn.
using him to push forward your beliefs?
We're two like-minded individuals who are both open-minded.
I knew this was gonna come full circle.
What was gonna come full circle? What? What?
I knew you were doing this for a reason. This was to push the agenda of fucking Zorgog.
I haven't said that name once. You brought him up. Okay, see you later, Mr. Tape.
Jake, did you see any movies this week?
Darren, I have a question to ask. Okay? What? It's about a movie. It's movie related. And a lot of times we like to make jokes on this show, but I'm dead fucking serious when I ask you this, okay? Whatever rage you have in your system right now, I need you to let go. I need you to prepare yourself to listen to what I have to say and answer it honestly, okay? Can you do that for me?
Yes. I'll try my best.
What would you do if you were in the Purge? Really,
God, Jake,
really take some time to think about this. Take as long as you
You want me to, you want me to take time? Okay.
Take as long as you need. I don't want to rush this. I don't want this to be one of the. Sometimes I feel like on the show we introduce an idea and then we like rush through it before we can fully explore it. I want you to really take as much time as you possibly need to really truly get to the bottom. Get to the heart of what you would do if you were in the Purge. The Purge won, by the way, not election night or any of these other things. Though the rules are essentially the same. And I want to make clear, this isn't some hypothetical where, if I was rich in the Purge. No, like, you get a notification.
It's me in the Purge.
You get a notification on your phone that
right now.
Next Monday will be a Purge. So you have roughly a week to prepare. What are you doing?
So if it were me, today,
which it is, yes.
Me today in the Purge, starting Monday.
Yes.
So a week from today, essentially.
Essentially.
Like a day less than a business week.
A day more than a business week.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, but it's a holiday. It's the holiday weekend because the Purge.
So, okay. I don't understand that, but okay. If it were the Purge happening for a full day with
24
no laws,
hours.
24 hours with no laws. In
no laws.
Los Angeles, California.
All of America, sure, but however you want.
All of America. I am currently in Los Angeles,
yes.
California.
Yes.
I would finally get the time to see if I can touch my thumb to my wrist like that. But that would take a lot of time. So, yeah, see, I think you can do it. I'd have to stretch my wrist out a lot. What would you do in the Purge, Jake?
Like, honestly, we're talking about what, like me, what if I was rich? Is that what you're asking?
No, Jake. Same fucking rules. You in the Purge. Boston, Massachusetts. Happens Monday. 24 hours.
See, this is tricky. That's a really good question, Darren. Really, really just smart.
So you were gonna ask me, but you hadn't thought about it for yourself.
Well, I've thought about it, but it's really hard. Because obviously I wouldn't want to stay where I am because I've got like so many windows and it's a highly populated area. So then I think, what do I want? Do I want to fly somewhere where it's less populated? But then you're talking about getting out to a rural area with all these fucking idiot hicks. Everyone's got a gun, so that feels even less safe. So then
don't even get me started on Salem. I haven't even been there, but I've heard it's crazy.
So maybe then I should stay here. And then, but you think like the second I see that notification, I immediately I have to go to like Target and just get supplies because that shit is gonna run out so fast. You have to think like Amazon. There's no way you could get all your stuff in time. They'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's feasible.
What I would love to have is unlimited grenades, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, so I guess I would really just have to barricade myself in as best as I could. Luckily, my front door is pretty sturdy, and I do have a lot of windows, but I'm pretty high off the ground. So I think if I just barricade my windows, I would want to stay inside. I would want to stay away from the Purge for the whole 24 hours. I'd go to Target. I'd get just as much stuff as I could to barricade the windows, as many supplies as I could, and I would just pile everything up against all the entranceways, and I would just hang out inside and just try to stay safe.
Okay. Would you do anything while you were trying to stay safe, or would it be just like you like watching the door or something, or like would you Read a book. What book would you read?
Would
Play
Wi-Fi
Nintendo Switch.
would Wi-Fi be working?
Yes.
Oh, then I'd be playing Tetris 99 for 24 consecutive hours.
You need Wi-Fi for that?
Yes, because it's an online battle royale.
Okay. See if you can get it now. Use promo code Snickles for 15% off on Tetris 99. That's not actually true.
Yeah. No. That
you can
is
do that
true.
if you.
That is true. You can use discount code Snickles to get 50% off of the price of just regular Tetris 99. I swear to God, it'll be 15% cheaper.
Great. That's the part of the money I think that Jake is receiving for the show. So Lord be damned.
So no, Darren, what would you? You're making a joke. What would you do if there was a purge?
If we're being serious.
Yeah, if we're being serious, are you purging?
I don't know. I'd see what I could do. Probably go bare knuckle brawl somebody in the backyard.
You're gonna be bare knuckle brawling, and some fucking dude with a clown mask is gonna come shoot you both.
Is that not what I have been hoping for my whole life, Jake? To be shot by a guy in a clown mask?
That's true.
Just think about these things before you ask him next time, okay? There you go. Jake's gonna protect himself. I'm gonna bare knuckle brawl, but not until I see for sure if I can touch. If it's ever possible for me to touch my thumb to my wrist.
You're not even
which
close.
I don't think I can do.
You're not even
No,
close.
I used to be... Jake, stop. I used to be able to do it in elementary school. I would do it and it would freak everybody out. And I'd be like, haha.
Can you do it the back
look
way?
at my wrist. No, but I can pop my thumb. Here, listen to this. I already popped one.
Oh.
So, you hear that? Yeah.
Darren, I had one more question, if that's okay.
Okay, Jake.
If you woke up tomorrow and you heard that Jaws the shark was at the
good old
beach,
Jaws the shark. Plug to Jaws the shark. Follow him on Twitter.
if he was at the
he's
local
a good
beach,
guy.
what would you do?
He's made a big change. Sharks are my biggest fear, Jake. So I would
Is that
probably
true?
never go into water again. Yes, they're my biggest irrational fear.
Wow, what a fucking coward. Does your dad ever call you and you pick up and he just goes, and then he hangs up?
Yeah, that happens all the time. I never knew why.
He raised just a fucking, not a man, that's for sure. You're no man.
I mean, yeah, I still got some growing to do.
I would say you're 3% as much of a man as you're 3% the man
As
I
you?
am. Yeah.
As you?
I'm not afraid of anything. Spiders, all you do is spider. I don't care.
Okay, but what if you woke up today? What if you woke up tomorrow, and somebody said, "Hey, there's a tornado 2 miles away. It's heading right for your apartment."
Cool. Bring it on.
So you just stay
I'll get
in your fucking...
I'll get to the basement. Being a man isn't about not taking responsible action. It's about not being afraid of anything.
Okay, so...
This is about not being a little coward.
Yeah, so Jake has... So you're saying you have absolutely no fear? No fear at all?
Could I call myself a man if I had any fears, Darren?
I mean, I guess not. I guess you're right.
What do you think I'm afraid of? What have you ever seen me be afraid of? When have you ever seen me scared?
Well, you're certainly richer than everyone else, so it's not poverty. I was about to say poverty.
You know what? I do have one fear.
The coronavirus?
I'm afraid that I'm too powerful.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking... That's why I'm saying shit like Mr. Tape is a puppet, because you're a power-hungry...
I'm not power hungry.
Tyrant.
I'm afraid of the power. I don't want it to go to my
You're
head.
afraid of getting more power?
I don't want it to go to my head. I want to just be a normal guy who does a podcast that's
I let it go. Every time I get power, I let it go to my head. My head
somewhat
is so powerful. I have a
successful.
powerful head. My head is powerful as fuck.
Darren, if you headbutted me, if we headbutted each other at the same time at the same speed, who do you think would win? Who would go down first?
You, absolutely. Because I'm stupider. I have less on stake. I have less at stake there.
I have less on
So
stake.
you would absolutely I have less on stake there, buddy boy. So you absolutely would get fucked up. Because I'm stupider.
Ugh.
I played football all through fucking high school and before that, okay? My brain is shot. CTE, here we go, baby. We talked about it like 3 podcasts ago.
I don't remember that.
I have nothing at risk up here anymore. I remember my PIN number and my social security, and that's it. I don't even need to remember my phone number anymore.
What's your social security number?
It is 775 775 775 775 7575.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mine's 3.
Jake, I don't think you remember your social security number because there needs to be like 15 more digits.
Oh,
So maybe you would win.
my social security number is 303. Wait, I know what it is.
I know what you're about to do. Let's talk about a movie, Jake. What do you want to talk
what do you
about?
think I'm about to do?
I know what you're about to do, and I think we should just talk about a movie. I forgot. Duh, I'm stupid. Let's fucking talk
what do you
about a
think I'm
movie.
about to do?
I forgot the bit. Let's talk about a movie now.
Jared, I'm just gonna say my social security number.
I'm stupid. Let's talk about a movie.
I'm just about to say my social security number. That's all that's happening. Why are you doing
No,
this?
it's fine. You don't have to.
My social security number is 303.
Stop.
What? What?
Just.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I think you're gonna say the wrong. You're gonna say someone else's social security number.
No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's what
say
you're
my
do.
social security number right now.
It's gonna be someone else's, obviously.
Whose social security number would I have?
Just some random guy. You're gonna accidentally do it.
It's 303
What movie do you want to do, Jake? Let's talk about a movie.
319.
Jake, what fucking movie? Do you
What?
wanna
I'm
do?
just giving my social security number.
Stop.
3193. Okay. That's
What
my
movie
social
did you
security
see?
number.
Jake, what movie did you see this weekend?
No, you go first, buddy. You can go first.
All right, fine. I will. Okay. I saw Super Size Me 2.
Oh, isn't that guy an asshole? Isn't that what? I think that guy's an asshole. Morgan Spurlock. That's what I've heard.
He's an asshole?
That's what I've heard.
Who told you that?
I've just heard it.
From who? Specifically, what was his name and social security number?
303 319.
No, his name first. His name first.
I don't know names. I know people by their social security number. No, Darren, talk about this movie.
Okay, I don't know whether or not Morgan Spurlock is an asshole. I don't know. He seemed nice in the documentary, but you know, lots of people seem nice who aren't. Like, you know, Kevin Spacey had us fooled for years. So he's basically doing yes. God, get out of here, Mr. Tape.
He can't hear you.
He doesn't have ears. I just want to.
The worst to hear you with.
God. Super Size Me 1 was about fast food. And as far as I understand it, after the documentary came out, people were more enlightened about fast food. However, for a short period of time, I think McDonald's hit like skyrocketing. They had, like,
Stocks.
revenue. Their revenue was like out the fucking, like, off the charts. Because everybody wanted to go have McDonald's, even though they knew it was fucked up. So it essentially backfired for a little bit, but in the long run, it didn't really do that much either. It kind of like just had McDonald's lie to people even harder, and
I don't like. What was his goal? Is to be like, yeah, if you eat like the least healthy meal at this fast food restaurant for every meal for a month, then like, yeah, okay, like, cool. If you fucking go bowling for 8 hours a day for a month, like, your arm will probably get fucked up. Like,
you'll be a sick ass bowler though.
maybe, or your arm just will be like fucking spaghetti. So is bowling every once in a while bad? Like, what are you really trying to prove?
Okay, so we know Jake's review of the movie Super Size Me. That movie essentially just got at pretty much every fast food restaurant to lie a little harder about their food. And not only the restaurants, but it appears to be like the USDA was kind of allowing people to lie, and it was grocery stores. A lot of changes were made. People were scrambling to find some sort of a new sanctuary in the food that they were eating. That's why we got a big like gluten-free wave. We got vegan wave. We got a lot of people making changes to their diets. And that will come back later in this review. Super Size Me 2 is about the chicken industry. And it has to do with fast food. And it explains kind of the ramifications of the first movie. But not to the extent that I just did, how it essentially talks about how the stocks of the villains in the movie kind of went up. It talks about how Big Chicken has been lying to all of us and saying, like, the USDA is not government funded. It has barely any funding. So when people say these words like cage-free, all-natural, and like organic type things, it doesn't mean anything, or it might not mean that much. And there's no way for the USDA to change that or really investigate it because they barely have any funding. And that is all said in the movie. They go back to a McDonald's and they explore the new design that McDonald's has undergone since they left, or since the movie was made. And it seems a lot like Super Size Me 1 had the effect that it kind of intended to have, but not entirely. So Morgan Spurlock opens his own chicken farm. He starts growing chickens. He has a chicken farmer mentoring him the whole way through. And along this journey, Big Chicken, like the National Chicken Board, I think it is, essentially sends an email out to like every farming company, like Tyson, Cock Foods. I think it's Coke Foods. I don't know if it's Cock Foods or Coke Foods. And like Purdue and what's the other big one? I don't know. There's a couple big ones. And they basically warn the industry that Morgan Spurlock is growing chickens as some sort of social experiment. So it goes into the world that like chicken farmers are essentially shafted by Big Chicken. It's very sad because I think a lot of people want honest work as a farmer, and they just want to make an honest day's pay. And essentially, as soon as they start working for these big meat companies, they get like they begin living the worst lives, because it proves that Big Chicken keeps the farmers and the chicken growers in debt on purpose so that they can keep them eating out of the palm of their hand. It's pretty disgusting. And what does Morgan Spurlock do? He opens his own chicken restaurant that is still open to this day called Holy Chicken. And it is in, I think, Columbus, Ohio. And the goal of the restaurant is for people to walk in and see all of the lies that they're fed by other big restaurants, and Morgan Spurlock kind of cashes in on that by selling chicken. But I think he does it in a pretty noble way. I don't know. It was very eye-opening. I did actually enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, it didn't go as far as I kind of hoped it would. It didn't really close up every storyline. I mean, I know that happens in documentaries because it's real life, but I kind of wish that he would at least like set out to get some closure on some stories, like the farmer that was working with him. Essentially, they found out that he was mentoring Morgan Spurlock, and they fired him. They didn't let him grow any more chickens for them. So I don't know. I give the movie an 8 out of 10.
I realize now that like actually Morgan Spurlock is just an absolute garbage piece of shit. He admitted himself that he was accused of rape in college. He settled a sexual harassment lawsuit. He's cheated on all of his romantic partners, including both of his wives.
Holy shit!
This is what he admitted. The fact that he's still making movies is fucking disgusting. So while I'm not trying to take away, like, you can still enjoy the movie, and like, especially because you.
I had no idea.
Know. Yeah, like I'm not saying that, but like, to go back to what I said about him being like fuck Morgan Spurlock.
Jesus, I had no idea. This is a revelation for me. Yeah, the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot, but I also kind of I saw some shystiness within Spurlock himself, and I kind of wished it. But ultimately, yes, it was very eye-opening in terms of the way that farmers, people who are just trying to make an honest living, are treated.
Yeah.
And as always, like, that type of documentary is a little bit preachy as well. It felt pretty preachy.
My thing, okay, all that stuff about how Morgan Spurlock sucks aside, like, the thing about Super Size Me is, like, no one thought that McDonald's was healthy. No one, like...
No.
It's not like he was like, let me take this food that everyone thought was healthy and actually blow up its spot. Like, yeah, no one thought that. And, like, it just sort of seems like he was showing what everyone basically knew. And I don't think that it can really claim any... Because there's always been, like, fad diets. There was Atkins before that. There was always, like... There's fucking getting tapeworms before that. So, I remember I watched it when I was in, like, middle school, and I was entertained by it. But at the same time, like, how informative is it really as a movie to be like, oh, guess what? McDonald's, that, you know, that food that, like, you know is
your parents
healthy?
are telling you not
healthy.
to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. And, like, it essentially serves no global purpose, truly, because, like I said, all of those companies that are making the unhealthy foods are still making the unhealthy foods for the most part. They're just lying to everybody about it now. Like, Wendy's is now saying, like, all fresh, never frozen. That doesn't mean anything. They prove it in the fucking documentary that them telling you that doesn't fucking mean a thing. And McDonald's changes their whole image to be a new fresh company when really, like, they're possibly the most shameless business in fucking America. I mean, maybe not the most, but yeah, I mean, it just comes down to, there's always a trend with giant companies, giant corporations, and shystiness. I mean, the only one I can think of that's like a giant corporation that seems to have some morals over the other ones is, like, I don't know, like Virgin maybe. Virgin's like a giant company, and I know they've done some good things for their people, but I know they've had a lot of, like, weird lawsuits as well. Anyway, it just comes down to, like, the people on top are kind of, it just kind of seems to be a system of just debauchery as soon as you get a certain amount of money and a certain amount of pay. I mean, this is really becoming a political podcast now. But
So, are you saying that you are anti-capitalist, Darren? Is that what you're saying now?
I don't want to say anything. I'm just saying Big Chicken's kind of fucked up. And a lot of restaurant industries and giant corporations are fucked up with their standards and ethics. No, get that asshole out of here.
I don't
want to see
control him.
Mr.
Darren,
Tate.
I don't control him. He does what he wants.
He is your puppet. Oh, that's what you want
He's
everybody
not.
to believe. You're just like Big Chicken.
Whoa.
You're just like Big Chicken. You're like, oh, all these growers, they're just growing. They're just making a decent living.
Mr. Tape is
They do
famously
what
a
they
shower.
want. No.
He's in no way a grower. Mr. Tape is a shower. Period.
You're a fucking grower, god damn it. God. Okay, yes, Morgan Spurlock is a piece of shit, and it adds to the fucking argument that I'm trying to make. His movies make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And he is engaged in this personal debauchery, and you can claim, like, you know, it's not stuff that necessarily helped him get to where he's at in his career, but we don't know everything about it. There could be, like, if he's willing to be that unethical with people in his personal life, how are we supposed to know that he's not willing to do it to get to the top with his same career? I don't know. It just seems to be a pattern that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jake, who do you want to talk? You want to talk about a movie? You want to endorse a political candidate that you want to vote for? In the upcoming election?
I'm not going to vote until there's a 9-party system. It just wouldn't sit right with me. Should I, Darren? I feel like I sort of hijacked your review there.
No, I'm glad you did, because that's eye-opening for me. I want to look further into it. But as of now, with that information that you've just given me, pre-researching it myself, I have a different judgment call of Morgan Spurlock on the whole.
That's probably good. I'd be if you were like, yeah, I feel the same way. I'd be like, huh, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing with my life. Also, Derek Rose is a piece of shit. Anyway.
I feel like I heard about that one.
Yeah. Anyway, oh, it looks like I had like a bruise, but it's just the light.
Oh well, yes, you look very pale right now.
It's because I have very yellow light coming on me.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait, I could. Tell me how I look now.
You look blue. It's almost like Cyberpunk, Jake. This could be an ad for Cyberpunk.
Oh, do I look like Keanu?
Almost.
Whoa.
Okay, Jake, just
Whoa, dude.
Get to your damn
Darren,
review, please.
Sometimes the joy is in between the reviews. Did you ever think about that? It's like jazz. Sometimes it's about the reviews you don't give. I saw a couple. Let's talk about The Lodge. Do you?
I haven't seen it, but yes, let's talk about
Do you
it. I have no
wanna see
plans
it?
I have no plans to see it now.
Okay. I saw The Lodge because I was talking to a couple of friends and we were like, "Hey, let's see a movie on Saturday. Let's this is the time that we have, like it has to be after like 7:00." So I looked at all the times and there was a couple different things. And that was like the one that worked out best for us. And it was a horror movie, which of course, as you know if you listen to the show, one of my personal favorite genres. And I honestly knew nothing else about it. I knew that the kid from It was in it. Jaden Martell?
You knew the kid from It was in it.
Yeah.
Good job, Jake.
Yeah.
Good job figuring that one out.
Finn Wolfhard, the husky kid, the girl, the kid with asthma, the black kid.
They're all in The Lodge.
No, they were in It.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
No, the Jaden Martell was in It. Fuck. Jaden Martell was in The Lodge. That's really all I knew. So we get in and we're watching this movie, and it starts with this like pretty interesting shot of like a really weird pan through like a house, and then I realized I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I think this is like a like a doll house or a miniature house, and then it like cut back and it was like kind of weird that it was like doing that sort of hereditary like in that way with the miniatures.
Okay.
But then there's like this shot of a gun on a table, and it's like, okay, I bet that'll come into play later. Basically, this mom takes her two kids, one of them being Jaden from It. She takes them to their dad's house. They're talking about how they don't like the dad's new girlfriend. The mom talks to the dad, and he's like, hey, I need you to sign the divorce papers so I can marry that girlfriend. She goes home, shoots herself in the head. It's pretty sudden. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
It's really one of those things where you're like, oh fuck, okay, this is what this movie is. And they make a point of not showing the girlfriend's face. So like, she's upstairs like when they get there, but you only see the silhouette. And then when they come inside, like you just see her back as she's leaving. So basically, they move in with the dad. And then he's like, hey, let's go to the lodge for Christmas like we used to, and my girlfriend will be there. I can't remember her name. I can't remember any of their names. So basically, through fairly poor storytelling, you find out that she was in this like cult as a girl that her dad ran, and every other member of the cult killed themselves, and she was left alive to sort of like go spread the word, I guess, to go like save humanity. And so she was like 16, so she wasn't like young, but she was obviously young. So there's like this big question of like, oh, isn't she crazy? Is she like what's going on with her? It's fairly interesting. So they're going to the lodge, and like she's in the trunk trying to put her stuff in, but like you can't see her face because of the windshield is fogged up. And then finally she just like sits in the car and you see her face, and it's like this was a weird thing to hold back for like 15 minutes and then give to us. Like it seems like if you're gonna hold it back, then hold it back the whole time. I don't know. So basically they get to the lodge, the dad has to go back into town to work, and all of a sudden like this crazy shit starts happening. The girl starts hearing voices. She starts hallucinating. She's on some sort of like antipsychotic drug. I can't remember what it is. But like that disappears. All the stuff in the house disappears. She finds a newspaper saying that they're dead. It's just like all this crazy stuff starts happening, and you start thinking like, oh, are they dead and this is purgatory? Is she crazy? Like what's going on here? She tries to walk to their neighbor, which is like miles and miles away, and she like gets turned around in the snow, and she ends up back in the house. And so it's like it's fairly interesting, but then it's revealed that the kids, because the power has been out the whole time, and they're like, oh, our phones are dead. It's revealed that the kids have been doing it all. They've been like, they have a Bluetooth speaker that they've been playing video clips of the dad's voice on, like her dad from the cult. They hid all this stuff. They were like drugging her or whatever. And it's just like it's this really weird, it feels like the first part is one movie, and then there's a second movie of like surviving in this cabin. And she's like crazy, and like all of a sudden she's the main character, and these two kids are like doing the stuff. We find out later, and then in the end, it's like it's just like all over the place. So like there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. I think that there's a part where the kid from It like fakes hanging himself, which I think is pretty cool. But overall,
it's pretty badass. It's a pretty badass gesture.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I would.
Yeah, absolutely.
But overall, it's just like it felt like they had a bunch of different ideas about the movie they wanted to make, and they didn't settle on any of them, and so it didn't really work. So like there were interesting parts, and it certainly wasn't the worst horror movie I've seen of the year, but it also wasn't like anything super noteworthy. So I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I just talked for a
Very
long
nice.
time and you didn't say anything.
That's how I felt with the Super Size Me 2 review, Jake, but it's your review. It's not mine. I haven't seen this movie. I know nothing about it, so that's as it should be.
That's fair, I guess.
It's, hey, you're telling me, huh? You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have anything else to review. That was just the one thing. Just Super Size Me 2. We had 2 biggies last time, and now we're down to the small boys.
Now we got 1 small and 1 supersized.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's all I had. Do you have any more?
No, let's save it. Whatever I have.
I know. I think I know what it is, and I will probably see it by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Do you want to just take us out with your closing thoughts, Jake? How about that? Let's just get to closing thoughts. Let's just pretend this episode never happened.
I thought this
Let's
was
just do that.
Our 3rd best episode, which would only make it the 70th worst podcast of all time. Podcast episode.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, no, Darren, you do your final thoughts, and then I'll give my big announcement.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about your big announcement.
Yeah,
My
I set
final
it up
thoughts.
in the first act, Darren.
My final thoughts
Oh, wait,
are.
also there's a part in the lodge where the dad's like, I'm going to be out of town. If you need the gun, here's where it is in the safe. And the code is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's like, all right, now we're going to go shoot it. And she's like nervous, and then she like shoots it perfectly. And it's like, why are you showing us this? This is so... This is so weird. Anyway.
Bro, they love guns. Final thoughts. I am going to. I got a plug. I'm going to be at Amazing Comedy Theater in Huntington Beach, April 9th, at 9 p.m. I believe. I'll have details. It's either 8 or 9 p.m. Follow your Snickles boys on Twitter.
Did you say
at
the day?
SnicklesCast. Yes, April 9th.
Okay, sorry.
Follow your Snickles boys on Twitter at SnicklesCast. Follow your boy talking right now on Instagram at Bear Sanchez. Follow me on Twitter at Darren Sucks. And I don't think I've plugged the Snickles Instagram. But yes, we have a Snickles Instagram. We've had it longer than the Snickles Twitter. It's at Snickles Moviecast. Check it out. Also, we're on YouTube now. Check out our YouTube channel. We're posting vids like once a week. You know, it's pretty good stuff. This podcast is going to come out as a video version, so watch it. Check it out. Give us a 5-star review, please. It helps the show out. Give us any star review, because if you have a problem with the show, then just let us know. I mean, if you think we stutter too much, we're working on it, but you know, we're not perfect. We're just 2 guys, and we're having a good time.
Let's see you try to just give all your thoughts for like an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard.
Also, vote for who you want to vote for. Do your research when you vote for certain political parties. Don't just listen to like a group of like-minded individuals talking about telling you to vote for a certain person. Do the research for yourself. Find out what is credible sources, what is a credible source and what is not a credible source, and just follow your heart, you know? Pick the right person.
I think I saw it. I think this is how it was worded pretty well on Twitter today. It was like, vote for who you want in the primaries, vote for who we need in the like full election, unity over stupidity. Saying like Bernie rubs some people the wrong way, but not as bad as Trump, right? So obviously, like, now I feel like there's a lot of arguments over like Bernie versus Elizabeth, and I think they're the only two who are still in it.
Well, Biden is still in it as well. Biden just won North Dakota, I think, or North Carolina.
Okay, well, it's not gonna be Biden, but yeah, I think thought it wouldn't be Trump, so yeah, just to remember that like voting Democrat is not the lesser of two evils. It's yeah, Trump is the evil. Or whatever you think. I don't want to polarize any of our viewers or alienate them or our listeners. At the other movie I saw, there were two people just having a regular volume conversation for most of the movie. Just talking at like the same level that you and I are talking for most of the time. And
that's absolutely when I would fucking
I didn't know where they were, because it's like one of those theaters where you're like really spread out, you know? So I couldn't tell who it was, but
at that point, like, go out, either talk to them directly. If you can't find them, then fucking go out to the lobby. I know it sucks, but you weren't enjoying the movie anyway, so it's like, go out to the lobby and be like, hey, there's people fucking talking.
Oh, you're saying if they were talking.
Yeah, well, you weren't enjoying, but were you watching The Lodge or the other movie?
No, the other movie.
About? Oh, okay.
It was like a fairly loud movie, but yeah, I totally, like, if it had been a quieter movie or any, like, I was getting every time I would like get where I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna say something, they would like either be really loud or they'd stop talking for a little bit. But God, yeah,
dude, we had that happen. I think I've told this story on the podcast. We had that happen at Alamo Draft House, and everybody knew. Everybody was pissed. So somebody, like, I was like about to get up, and then I saw somebody dart out of the fucking theater, and then a lady comes back in. She's like, hey. She like watched for a second. She's like, can you guys be quiet? This is your one warning. And then they're like, oh, whatever. Like, super rude to her. And then she fucking just stood there and then like waited for them. They were quiet for a little bit, and then they just started right back up. She goes, okay, you gotta go. And then they fucking made a giant scene on the way out. Like, the lady fucking went up to the girl who ran out and was like, she said something like, is this too loud for you? Like, yelled it into her ear. And then before left, I was like, dude, you're a fucking grown adult and you're doing this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
when I worked at Alamo, I had a lady accuse me of stealing her credit card.
God.
And I was like, are you sure? And then she checked her wallet and she was like, oh, never mind, but still, like, you didn't refill my iced tea enough.
Oh my God. Oh. Well, people suck sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes people are really good, though. Anyway,
those
are essentially my final thoughts. Yeah, what's your announcement? And plug something before or after.
To plug.
Okay.
Follow us on Twitter. Don't go on Facebook. Facebook sucks. Fuck you, Mark. My announcement is that there will be a big reveal on the episode next week.
I fucking knew it. I fucking called it. I said, this is gonna be some dumb shit. Jake's he's gonna announce some dumbass shit. And lo and behold, here we are. Jake fucking said some dumb shit.
There's tape on this.
God damn it. Alright, that's a better one. We're done.